and he is speaking for the first time in OMED platform. And when his profile is seen, it runs into pages and pages. Nearly 10, 15 pages are there. A competent person, nearly 20 years of experience in educational industries, and he is having qualification M.Com and M.Phil, 2 M.Phils he is having, and PhD. He has done 2 MBAs, and work experience. He has worked in Lubna International Company, and then many more companies he has listed. A lot of them are there. And then research area, he has given an area of research interest he has given, and research projects, what he has done, he has shown, and faculty development programs, he has actively participated, and workshops he has participated, and the seminars, he has attended lot of seminars. By that, he has gained lot of knowledge, and that we will be benefited from him. Nearly more than 32 things he has attended, and journal publication also he has done. Usually, the parameter of a professor is how many he has published his published in journals. And if you see his profile, nearly 25 papers he has presented, and it has been there in the journal. And he has been a resource person. When I was seeing the list, more than 100 places he has been as a resource person. So very competent person we are going to listen for the first time. Then after Dr. Sadiq Saab, and he is going to talk on a very important topic: be a great teacher and do differently. 7 simple secrets he is going to share. Yes, Professor. Yes,
Thank you,
Professor.
sir. Thank you so much for your appreciation and kind, compassionate thing. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
In the name of Allah, the most benevolent, merciful, and beneficent, first of all, I would like to extend my prompt thanks and sincere gratitude to the OMES management for this magnanimous and wonderful opportunity. On behalf of the OMES management and committee members, I will explicitly thank and also extend my humble reverence and respect to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It gives me an immense pleasure and privilege to deliver the lecture on the topic. The topic which is assigned to me is what great teachers can do differently. 7 simple secrets what the best teacher can do. So in today's agenda, let us see a very important thing which will benefit all the teachers, professors, and so on. Number 1, component of teaching. Number 2, role of a teacher for a purposeful teaching and learning. Number 3, qualities of a teacher and overcoming the stressful situation in teaching profession. And 7 simple secrets of teaching and how to avoid the misbehavior in the class and so on. So teaching is basically a noble profession, we all know. So we have to undergo a lot of challenges, and also we have to tackle the students' mentality and so on. So this is the today's criteria which we are here. So I will tell you how we have to tackle this situation and how we have to explicitly we can take over the teaching techniques, and also we can implement the knowledge in the teaching. So let me share my screen. Is my slide legible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much. So I have told you the contents of today's agenda. So let me move on to the next slide. So a good teacher is basically is not only a smart leader and also an approachable scholar, but is also a dramatic preacher for the sake of the success. The only thing we wanted to gain in the teaching field is that we have to gain the knowledge and we have to inculcate it to the students. So that is the very important thing we have to do first of all. So like actors, so we are not actors actually. So we are preachers, and best teacher can develop specific skills to enhance their communication of ideas. The best important thing is we have to exchange the knowledge. We have to communicate the ideas, facts, knowledge, and so on. So as a teacher, you need to perform. You have to show up your performance in the classrooms and also everywhere wherever you go. So this means becoming a salesperson. We have to act as a salesperson. We have to act as an actor. We have to act as a dramatic person. So to express our skills and also to undergo a knowledge where we have to inculcate something to the in the minds of the students. So we have to perform as an artist and also enthusiastic, passionate person in the classroom as well. So this is the mentality of the teacher where he can express his enormous knowledge and also enthusiasm among the students. So the components of teaching. So when we talk about the teaching, we have a basic techniques and also components is there. So what are the components? I'll tell you in detail. So first of all, we need to have the teaching content. We need to have the ample knowledge. When we are standing in front of the students, we need to be prepared actually. So we have the knowledge and we have to impart the knowledge among the students. So a deep understanding is required. A deep understanding of the subject knowledge is required. So this is the predominant stuff. Number two, instructional activities. Aligning the learning objectives. We have to set a goal. We have to make an objective. So what we have to go to, what we are going to taught in the classroom. And the assessment, the instruction is very much required. When we have to instruct something, there should be a main thing for the sake of the students. They have to get the knowledge among them. Number three, the classroom environment. Most of us, we all know, the student may be notorious, the student might be misbehaving, the student might be not listening to the class or not paying attention to the class. These are the scenarios we have seen. So the culture of the learning and also the managing the classroom is very much important. So how we have to tackle? First of all, we have to maintain our inner peace. We have to show our gratitude to the students. Okay, because student and teacher relationship is a very important thing. So we have to maintain the classroom environment. And number four, professional responsibilities. So we have to maintain the accurate records. So for the students and also for the faculty members also, we have to maintain the proper records, whatever we are doing. So the second thing is communicating with families and participating in the professional environment, that is professional community. So we have to maintain a professional tactics and also we have to inculcate the professionalism among the students. The fifth thing is planning. We have to plan accordingly. Wherever we go, we have to plan in a way that everything should be understood. So in such a way that we have to plan. Irrespective of knowledge of content, the teaching pedagogy, designing the coherent instruction, and so on. So the next thing is teaching climate. So quality of teaching is depending upon your teaching personality. And also the learning relationship between the students and the teachers. How we have to building up a rapport between the students among the teachers. It is the bridging the gap. So we have to maintain the teaching climate. Next thing is classroom management. So we have to maintain the class in such a way that we have to take up the lesson in an appropriate time. We have to enter the class on time. We have to be prepared on the specific topic which you wanted to take in the classroom, and also coordinating with the classroom resources and space and managing the student behavior. These are all the very important stuff which you want to follow and we have to adhere. And last but not the least, we have a professional behavior. Developing the professional skill and practice. Almost all of the people will be having the professional skill and also how we have to maintain the decorum of the class. So that is a very important thing. The second slide which I wanted to show is that what we as a teacher are supposed to do. The role of a teacher is more than a police job. So we have to monitor each and every student. They have to take care of their future. their welfare. So number one, role of a teacher is to impart knowledge. We have to inculcate our knowledge that comes from teaching only. So when we are teaching something, the students, we have to ensure that the students are paying attention, and also the content which we are delivering to the core. Okay, whether they are able to understand it or not, we need to cross check. So once in a while, we have to ask them a question, and also it is a two-way knowledge. It is not only you are talking in the class and the students uh, cracking around the mobile phones and they are listening somewhere. It is totally depending upon you how we are going to execute the classroom decorum. Number two is that sharing your ample knowledge. Okay, all the professors and teachers will be having ample knowledge. Alhamdulillah. So we have to express our knowledge. Okay, for their future, we are doing something. So that's why we call this profession as a noble profession. We have to inculcate all the knowledges, whatever we have, pin to the plane. Whatever the knowledge you gain, you have to inculcate it to them. The third thing is that you have to act as a role model. Okay, so everybody in their life wanted to be successful. So you have to be a role model. Your dressing mentality, your appearance, your way of approach, your posture and gestures in the classes, and also how we are going to modulate your voice, how we are going to explain it to the students. So we have to explain everything to the students for the sake of their welfare. The next thing is you are an external parent. Okay, the parents, they can teach only the basic discipline and also the necessities in life. But we as a teacher, we as a professor, we are inculcating everything to them. So right from the discipline, right from their attitude, knowledge, skill, everything we are going to impart it to them. So that's how we have to groom them up. Number five, we have to act as a mentor and also we have to act as a collaborator. We have to bridge the gap between these two. We also act as a mentor, so the student relationship, and also we have to act as a collaborator. Also, we have to coordinate with them, and also when we are teaching something, we have to go in detail. We have to get into the topic and we have to inculcate a lot of information to them. We act as a collaborator also. Number seven, assessing the student progress. Always we have to monitor and their participation, whether they are actively, keenly participating in certain things or not. We need to tell them. Number eight, facilitate independent thinking in the student. We as an independent teacher, we have to facilitate the independent thinking, logical thinking, whether they are able to think and creating a goal in a big way. Always, I used to say in the class, aim big always. So when you are aiming big, at least something you can achieve. So this is the terminology which I can inculcate it to the students. The next thing is executing a new teaching methods and pedagogy. So whenever we are teaching, we have to implement the practical exposure also. Not only the theoretical aspect we wanted to teach every day. We have to tell some stories. We have to explain the case studies. We have to do something which is practical on that because people not only notwithstanding the aspect of having the knowledge of theoretical aspect, but also to the practical aspect also. So to deliver the lessons effectively and also try to make sure that they are understanding in the proper way. And finally, we have encouraging the participation of the students. We need to encourage their participation in all the aspects, irrespective of the classroom. Apart from that, outreach program, co-curricular activities, paper presentation, and also inter-school or inter-college competition. We have to encourage them in sports activity. We have to, because either in one of the things they can come over. So that is the idea about it. The next thing is the quality of a teacher. How a teacher should behave, how a teacher should act, and how we have to evaluate the future of the students. The qualities is very much important. When we have a specific qualities, ultimately we are taking through the students in a success path. Number one, we have to adaptable always. We have to evaluate. So wherever you go, we have to be flexible with the students because we are facing a lot of challenges in the teaching profession. So we have to be adaptable, flexible in all the situations. So we need not to be dull, depressed, or distressed So that's why I used to say, so whenever you're working for a company, working for an institution, so we have a lot of issues. We have family issues. We have personal challenges. So whatever we have, don't take it to the mind. So leave it at home. So whatever you do, leave it at home and come to the institution in a more in an explicit way, in a more adaptable way. Yeah, in an enthusiastic way you can. So express your views, opinions, and so on. And second thing is empathy. You have to show your empathy and encouragement to the students. So when we show the empathy, they will understand, okay, this is the specific thing which the teacher wanted to inculcate to us for our welfare. They need to understand for their future. They need to understand. The third thing is patience. Always we need to remain at a patient. We are not supposed to outburst. We are not supposed to shout. We are not supposed to handle the situation in an awkward situation, hostile situation. So we have to focus on the growth of the students. Okay, the next thing is the preparedness. Always try to prepare a content before you're delivering a lecture or delivering into the classroom. Try to prepare the content to the core. Okay, so when there is some interruption, also you can manage. The next thing is the creativity. You have to create. You have to apply the creativity in all your subjects. So without creativity, you can't explore your knowledge. That is very much important. The next thing is engagement. You have to engage the class in such a way that everybody look on the corner of the students also could understand your delivery. And also be collaborative. Always try to collaborate the students. Maybe dull students will be there in the class, and also ability they are able to take the things in a quick way. So we need to analyze. We have to differentiate both the people, both the students, and they have to collaborate them. Next thing is the active listening. They need whether we are paying attention or not. We need to check. So we have to check the activity of the students by the way they are listening, the classroom, the lecture or not. So which promotes the growth of their mindset. Okay. So next thing is the lifelong learning. So every day is a learning. I used to say every day is a learning. Okay, whatever we learn, that is our experience. So we need to learn. It's a lifelong process. It is not just a one-day task. So it continues forever. So we need to have a lifelong learning. Both the people. It's a vice versa. Either the student and also the teachers. We have to be free of bias. Always we need to inculcate the knowledge that's free of bias. Meet the students where they are. So try to meet them. Okay, don't be hesitant. Okay, so like haughty, conceitness. We are not supposed to have this kind of thing, egoistic or something. We have to treat them as our children. Meet the students where they are. And the next thing is respectful attitude. Make a respectful attitude for the student. In the minds of the students, they will understand, okay, this professor, this teacher is always respecting us, irrespective of the age, fact, color, custom, creed, religion, and so on. The next thing is delivery of lecture to the core. So whatever you make a point, make it with a sweet and crispy. So to the core, you have to deliver the lecture. Maybe it is maybe a 45 minutes of class or 50 minutes of the class. Take at least 30 to 40 minutes of your time, and rest of the thing for the discussion of the class. You can do that. The next thing is involvement of the students in the friendly behavior. You have to maintain an eco-friendly relationship with the students. And next thing is class control. We have to control the class. There should not be any disturbances or shouting, yelling, or screeching at the class. We are not supposed to entertain that. We need to have a clear communication. When you are talking, nobody should talk in the classrooms. Okay, the main idea behind that is they have to maintain the pin drop silence, and we need to also inquire whether they are using a mobile phones or not. Because today's scenario is totally hectic. So people are using mobile phone in the classrooms. We have to maintain that and so on. Next thing is assessment of the students. How they are going to assess themselves. How we are going to make an assignment. Whatever we give as a homework or whatever we use to inculcate the knowledge, we have to follow it. They have to adhere to it. We have to maintain the discipline. We have to show up the assessment whatever we are given. So that the next thing is the cognitive and attributes. The attributes level is very much important. The cognitive ideas and attribute level is very much important for the student. Then only they can able to understand what teacher is trying to say. So this is very important thing. So in today's scenario in the world, how to overcome your stress in the teaching profession. So always you need to maintain the decorum of the class, and also we need to learn to say no. Wherever you wanted to say no, please say it. No, don't be hesitant. So if it is the awkward situation, also we have to tackle. So learn to say yes wherever, and also learn to say no wherever you are coming across any awkward situation. The second thing is your exercise. Try to practice your exercise on a daily basis, even though it may be 10 minutes or 15 minutes of your time. Allocate your time for your exercise so that it will build up your mind, body, and soul. So have a practice of exercising. The next thing is identify your stressors. Okay, so there may be a negative people. So how we have to tackle with them? How we have to behave in such a manner that they can understand your thing, personal commitment, and so on. The next thing is mindfulness. Try to maintain the emotional intelligence. Try to be mindful always. The next thing is practice your self-care. So health, the personal health, when you are health and maintaining your well-being, then only you can be able to help others, inculcate the knowledge to others. So we have to practice your self-care. The next thing is get enough sleep. Try to sleep 8 hours for men and 10 hours for women. So this is the scenario where you can express your knowledge, and also your keep your mind calm and very persistent. The next thing is relax yourself. Always try to make a time for yourself, your family, your relatives, your friends. Try to have a then only you can cool up your mind, because you are facing a lot of challenges in your life. You have to relax yourself. You have to take regular breaks, take breaks. Think of these three good things. Avoid doing things which change your mindset, and also have a deep breathing exercise. Determine your response. Learn to communicate struggles. Don't tolerate unnecessary drama. When the student community is facing a conflict or fight that impacts you, don't tolerate it. Don't tolerate in the unnecessary drama. Practice gratitude. Eat a healthy diet, healthy food. Prioritize your tasks. Whatever you wanted to do, prioritize it. Prioritize it. Make a time schedule. Seek professional help. Avoid overdoing things, and also try to have the healthy competitions, avoiding the unhealthy competition as well. So seeking your professional help. So you should be matter mastery, subject matter expert. You must know the material well before you can deliver the message effectively. You have to deliver the message in an effective manner. Then only the student will listen. When you have the content only, they will get to know, okay, the professor is having a stock, the teacher is teaching something for our good thing, they need to understand. And also you have to consider the extent to which it enhances simply by better preparation. You have to prepare yourself. The classroom preparation performance might be the enhanced teaching experience, and also the preparation based upon their preparation. So you have to develop your own curriculum, lessons, and teaching methods. So depending upon your bookish knowledge or any other articles, you need to collect some important things on a daily basis. You have to deliver this thing to them, impart the knowledge to the students. And the best part of any course is the part of you who to not possibly standardize or test it. So we have to do something in a way that they have to understand. So this slide shows how we have to behave. The best part of any course or the parts we could not possibly stand is our best, and don't be afraid to be creative. Try to be an actor, writer, manager, developer. Be as a salesperson, professional, subject matter expert, consultant, specialist, and so on. So in the classroom, how we have to maintain our vocal presentation audibly, whether we are audible or the students are able to listen us. Okay, varying the pitch, your tone control, your volume control, quality, and rate your voice enhances the expressiveness and overall style which you are conveying. You have to sometimes you have to show your exposure also, the posture and gesture, and how we have to actions speak more than words we can see. So when you are acting in such a way that the students will be able to grab your attention. The next thing is physical animation. So sometimes your physical gestures, such as sweeping the air with the hands, like showing your hands, hypothesizing your hands, then they can come to know that you are trying to say which is more relevant and also which is effective also, which helps you to clarify, describe, and emphasize the points. Gesturing and moving about the room can help constructively, and also it boosts up your nervous energy as well. So try to have a physical gestures and postures in the classrooms. We need to maintain the classroom space also, so we can be seen and heard to the nook and corner of the classrooms. Okay, so not only you are standing in the blackboard, to come forward and also try to interact with the students in the front row, or sweeping in the corridor or something like that. You have to move around. You are not supposed to stand in one particular podium or one particular point where the students get boredom. You are not supposed to do that. You have to maintain the classroom space. The next thing, very important thing, is you have to make a humor sense. Okay, try to make a joke or funny thing, telling the stories about the thing, and be constructive in a non-hostile humor. You have to create a humor in a non-hostile manner, not in a hostile manner. And you can show the when you are correcting your answer sheet and or answer paper, put corny stickers that say good job, good work, excellent performance, or something like that. In order to, because the people expect appreciation and also praises. The students always expect that. Try to do that. The next thing is role playing. You can portray a particular character, like you can say like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. So this is the proverbs given by them. You can do a role play on that. So which will entertain the students and also make them understand and also make them listen in the classrooms. You can also bring a props. Props in the sense you have to bring an object. So and try to explain in the object. Or this is the scenario. This is the thing. This is the today's prevailing technique, like toys or cartoonic thing or something like that. You can carry object, 3 object or 4 object, depending upon your convenience. The next thing is preparation. Of course, you have to maintain the energy level always. Okay, because we are going to take a class for 1 hour or 50 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it may be. So we need to build up the self-confidence level to use the props, surprising the behavior like jokes and also other techniques which may inspire the student's mentality. The next thing is classroom management. We have to maintain the classroom in a dramatic way, in a dramatic skill which we wanted to inculcate. Let them not put them in the uncomfortable situation or awkward situation. So you can carry a mobile phone and also pretend to make a call to someone when student is being disruptive. So for making a humor. So they should not feel that they are complaining. So we are just going to, for their welfare, we are going to do something which is dramatic, showing calling our principal or calling our some other people when you are misbehave or come to they are trying to behave in a hostile manner. We can do that. It's not a problem at all. So next thing is patience. The best teachers were those who were willing to keep explaining, knowing that eventually it would make a chance and also a proper sense. So we have to maintain our patient level. The next thing is confidence. How confident are you? The best teachers laugh off their mistake. So when we are doing a mistake, at that time we need to compensate. We need to adjust. We need to manage the classrooms. So let that not be yeah, let that not be becomes a pressure on the students. The next thing is compassion. Be kind and compassionate for students. So we have a everybody have a sixth sense, okay? Because the students needed extra attention. They are expecting more in today's scenario because we are moving into a artificial intelligence and also the technology bypass the rule. So we need to take the time to discuss subject outside the teaching also. So we have to be very kind enough to entertain the students. The next thing is building the understanding. Good teachers have the understanding of how to teach, how to maintain the classroom decorum, how to make a pin drop silent for your lecture. So we have to do that. We have to make a proper clear understanding. And next thing is we have to build up a rapport, good rapport, relationship with the students. So next thing is the dedication to excellence. The best teachers could encourage the sharing of knowledge and also offer incentives like not having to do homework for a day. We can tell them. So today is your free day. You can give an offer because for attracting the attention of the students, we need to do something which is extra. We have to think outside of the box, and though they don't tolerate the students bad mouthing other teachers. Okay, they teach the students should not say that this teacher is worse, this teacher is good. It is not like that. Every teacher is a great teacher. So we are inculcating, we are sacrificing our life for the sake of the students. So we have to maintain a good dignity among the students. The next thing is unwavering support. The best teachers know that everyone is able to do well. They have to maintain a mentality. Okay, nobody is numb, and also nobody is dumb. Everybody has the grasping capability, and also the knowledge which you can take it to the mind. Next thing is willingness to help students and achieve. The best important thing is that we have to help the students to achieve for the better prospects. Pride, pride in the students, and also the passion for life is very much important. You have to determine your philosophy also. So we are passionate. We are being a teaching proper understanding of the knowledge, and you have to build up a passion and develop philosophy in life. So we have to understand what a classroom management plan is for. It helps the instructor to know how to deal with unwanted behavior, rude attitude, and incomplete assignment. We have to tackle them and also write down the thing. So be as specific and also detail as possible. We have to maintain the point so the students can be able to take it.
end the half an hour program, sir. If
Yes,
you
sir.
have
Thank you so
more
much, sir.
things,
Thank
we
you.
can be
My
in
last slide, sir. Thank you.
another
Yes, sir. Thank you,
session.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Wind up. Last slide.
Yes, sir.
We explain the last slide.
The last slide, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Your slide is also not moving. Okay, else we will have a
1
in the
minute, sir.
next
Last
session.
slide. Sir, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
The final thing which I wanted to conclude is that they have to praise, the students have to praise the teachers by being authentic, by being specific, and also by being immediate, clean, and private. So we have to maintain the dignity of as a teacher and also being a effective teachers. So I have to say one important point is that if you teach, learn dedicatedly, you will earn handsomely. So the final conclusion which I wanted to say is that we have to maintain a positive atmosphere in the classroom. And every successful teacher work honestly and deservedly so that the student's life will be both meaningful and great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor Sadiq, Jaffar Sadiq sir is a very versatile speaker. He used to talk for a longer time, but our allotted time is half an hour only. That's why we have to stop his this one. But we'll be using more of his speeches in future also. Lot of talent is there, and best points he has shared. What are the important things we have to do in class? The 7 tips he has given. Classroom preparation is a must for a teacher, he says. And we have to be as a parent at school. So teachers are like parent at school. That is also a good idea. And he wants us to have voice modulation, and we have to keep our posters in check before the students. It should be very good one. And building up self-confidence level is a must, and we have to keep our energy level also in check. He is advising us, and we have to keep our patience level also at the highest level. So many important points sir has shared with us. So thank you very much, sir. With this, the program comes to end. Again, tomorrow we will be meeting for Tamil and English program. With this, the program comes to an end. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, shukran la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Jazakallah.